At almost every international event organized within the movement, we talk about integrity. So what does integrity actually mean for the movement and its individual components, and why is it so important? In plain English, the word integrity means adherence to a code of values that we must stand for and stand by at all times. In ethical terms, integrity is also regarded as the honesty and truthfulness or accuracy of one's actions. And we all experience this every day as individuals. When we operate from integrity, we gain the trust of others at home, in the workplace, and in all our interactions. This is crucial, especially for those in positions of leadership. Others see you accountable for your actions, and as trust develops, people feel safe in your presence, and you can gain influence, and you can better help others. Obviously, integrity and trust are fundamental to our humanitarian work, and the movement cannot succeed in its humanitarian mission without a clear and unfailing commitment to the fundamental principles, integrity, and to the highest standards of ethical behavior. We are also aware of the fact that in this age of instant social media, any integrity crisis affecting one movement component can affect and damage us all. The primary definition of integrity within a Red Cross or Red Crescent context is actually found in the Federation's integrity policy, which defines integrity as the extent to which the national societies and their international federation possess the will and the ability to act in pursuit of their respective declared objectives, policies, and standards in full accordance with the fundamental principles of the movement. The Federation's integrity policy then goes on to define different types of integrity problems that may affect the national society, ranging from violations of the fundamental principles to political interferences in the national society's internal affairs, to the integrity of individuals, to a national society's operational integrity relating to the manner in which it conducts its operations. But this then begs the question of what this means and what duties and roles movement components should have in the prevention, mitigation, and management of integrity issues, whether for themselves or towards the collective of the movement. For national societies, this implies a duty to ensure strict compliance with integrity and ethical standards in their respective organizations, including by their leadership as well as by their membership, their staff, or their volunteers. In particular, national societies should adopt the necessary rules, frameworks, and procedures to ensure that integrity and ethical standards at all times complied with, from a code of conduct to a number of other measures, such as an effective complaint procedure or yet a whistleblower protection policy. Now to the international bodies and organizations within the movement. What are their mandates and roles in respect to integrity? Few formal integrity management or compliance mechanisms actually exist at the level of the movement. For instance, the statutes of the movement do not provide for the de-recognition of a national society. Due mention must also be made of ICRC's statutory roles and responsibilities that are directly relevant to integrity, such as to maintain and promote the fundamental principles, as well as to recognize the new national societies in the movement. But the fact remains that the primary rules and mechanisms rest rather with the International Federation today. The Federation is actually defined as the guardian of the integrity of its members, the national societies. The International Federation's integrity framework is composed of several governance bodies that are entrusted with a key role in integrity prevention and management. This includes, in particular, the Compliance and Mediation Committee, which is entrusted to review and to investigate integrity breaches and to make recommendations to the Federation's governing board on sanctions to be taken against affected national societies. The CMC, the Compliance and Mediation Committee's recommendations may include a call for suspension or expulsion from the Federation with regard to national societies that would fail to address their integrity problems. It is noted that the ICRC is invited to take part in the meetings of the Compliance and Mediation Committee in the person of its Vice President in a personal capacity. Now, in practice, if a national society is affected by integrity issues or is unable to manage it in an effective and timely manner, the ICRC and the International Federation, primarily at delegation level, will generally consult each other and aim to define and agree on a coordinated approach and response. It is lastly important to also draw your attention to the fact that the ICRC has in the recent past also taken a much more proactive approach to considering or addressing integrity crises affecting national societies. This has taken the form, of course, of interventions, but integrity is also becoming a defining feature of ICRC's partnership modalities and agreements, a central chapter of ICRC's due diligence assessment framework. It is also a key element of NSD support, including through the new guidance document for national society statutes and its new Chapter 6 on integrity, compliance and dispute resolution. Should also be noted that we are also seeing steps taken by ICRC's Global Compliance Office to investigate integrity allegations, fraud and corruption, primarily implicating ICRC's operational national society partners. Now, to conclude, let me add a few words on the responsibilities of delegations in relation to the integrity risks affecting ICRC's movement partners. In particular, corporation staff should remain attentive to any integrity allegation liable to affect national societies in their context, should document such instances, should inform ICRC headquarters, and should ensure that the appropriate measures are taken to assist the national society and to mitigate any reputational risk.